Hi, my name is Adnan Hasbi, and I'd like to welcome you guys to another episode of Rambling of an Analyst. Today's episode is going to be shot inside the house. This would be the third episode. Second episode was a recorded episode. As I mentioned to you, I still don't know how to. Do slides while doing a live episode. So I guess as time were to go on, I will continue improving, the production quality of, Rambling of an Analyst. So anyway, like I said, it's going to be chill, laid back. We're going to talk as friends. And I think in today's episode, as per what the title suggested, is we're going to talk about the solid rating and how there was a downgrade. And one of our subs actually talked about this and asked me a question as to whether a downgrade in sovereign ratings, what would it do to the Malaysian markets? Should we all be afraid? Should we maybe sell our holdings and whatnot? Is it doom and gloom? What may happen? Okay. So I guess to give you guys a breakdown, first thing before I start, full disclosure, I'm more of an equity guy, right? So equity guys, we kind of look at stocks, sovereign ratings, bonds, and fixed income. It's a different discipline and a different skill set and informational set. But having said that, I use Google to kind of get this information. So I guess back to what I was trying to say. So sovereign ratings. What is sovereign ratings, right? Sovereign ratings is basically a third party rating our fixed income paper. Okay, there are two big third-party, service providers, which are Fitch and also S&P. The next question is, why must there be a third-party rating our bonds? So, assuming if I'm a corporate guy, right? If I want to sell you my bond, right? So the next question you're going to ask me is this a good bond? And if I say yes, there's not much weight in what I'm going to say since I'm the seller. But having said that, assuming if we have a reputable third-party person which looks at my financial information and looks at my company, and this reputable third-party person tells you, yeah, Adnan's fixed income paper looks good. So that will give you, some form of surety and some form of trust with regards to the ratings which I gave on that particular paper. So that's one of the reasons why we need to actually get ratings from third-party service providers. So a sovereign rating is basically sovereign as in nation and rating. So the rating of the nation, right? So in theory, if the sovereign ratings were to drop, it's not the best news. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is how a sovereign rating is done. So a sovereign rating is done, there's two criteria to do sovereign ratings. One is qualitative and one is quantitative. So quantitative is when we take the numbers, right? The hard data, we look at the financial statements, we look at how much of cash the company has, we look at how much the company earns, we look at how much of debt the company has, look at all of the financial data, and we can actually get a smaller rating from there, or we can get a smaller story as to how liquid the company is to enable them to pay the debt. But having said that, there's another element, which is the qualitative element, okay? And I think this is where I guess Malaysia was a bit stuck. The qualitative element for a sovereign rating will look at the political stability, will look at the long-term policies where the government is doing, look at the economic growth and projection the government is giving. Look at all the major projects the government is going to put in place to grow the economy. So I guess to answer that particular question as to why our sovereign rating kind of dropped is, I think as we kind of know, I think over in Perak also, the state Perak, there was some political instability over there right now. And even with the budget right now, every time when there is a tabling of a budget, it only gets maybe 3 or 4 majority votes to actually approve that particular budget. So there is I guess there's a lot of uncertainty with regards to where our country is heading, and there's a lot of uncertainty as to I guess to a good country is when a country has strong leadership, and everyone is behind that particular leadership. If everyone is kind of fighting, and governments change from time to time, you know, not the best place for I guess people from outside to invest. You see, so again, sovereign rating, nations rating. So if the nations rating were to drop, what this basically indicates is it's not going too well. Okay, so finally, Malaysia's sovereign rating has dropped to BBB. What does this mean? Okay, Malaysia is still in the investment grade. Why didn't the stock market drop when there was a drop in sovereign ratings? Right. So I think one of the reasons why is that once there was political instability, you could see a lot of money flowing out the market. I feel a lot of foreign investors have kind of left the market already. And that's one of the reasons why when there was a downgrade in sovereign ratings, nothing happened in the stock. In fact, the stock market actually went even higher and higher and higher. So is this news a big thing? Did it really impact the market? We can see that despite there was a downgrade in sovereign ratings, our stock market actually went even higher. And what's going to happen in the future? Well, it really depends on, I guess, the political stability of our country, the blueprints to help grow our nation, and what future plans, and also the implementation of all the projects coming forth. Next year is going to be an ultra important year